So, you know that in Final Destination, the big number is 180. Well, the first film came out on March 17th, 2000, which of course is 317, our big 137 number. Backwards, 713. Well, if we go from that date to 7/13/2024, the date of Trump's ear clip, is exactly 8,884 days. Not only do we have our big 888 number, which equals the beast system, actually just beast system, we also have our 88 Trump portal number and our 84, all in the same line there. And 8 times 8 times 8 times 4 is 2,048, which gives us our backwards 84 and 42. And again, Final Destination released on the backwards 7/13, 3/17. We also have 24 years, 3 months, 26 days. 2 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 6 is 288, which can also be 216 because 8 plus 8 is 16. But more importantly, 291 months, 26 days, 291 plus 26 is 317. Final Destination release date, our backwards 7/13 Trump ear clip date, our big 137, the 33rd prime. And remember, this series is all about the 180 number, or the 18. And the same year, 317, is 118 days before 7/13. 8 times 11, your 88 portal Trump number. End date included, and it's your backwards 9/11. And go back around 8 months, 4 days, 8, 4. Also, twin 67s in the percentage of a common year. You know what that means. Also, 35 weeks, 2 days, a backwards 253. 253rd day of the year is 9/10. But nothing more important than the 8/4 and the twin 67s. Now, back in the day, there was this film producer, Val Lewton, who produced for RKO Pictures. And one of the movies he made or produced was Cat People, which was remade in 1982. Now, amongst the cast of the remake are some very interesting names, including Ruby Dee, who I'll talk about in my Stan D code, Ray Wise, Leland Palmer, but most importantly, Barry Berenson. Now, why is that important? Because it is said that she was on one of the planes that crashed into the World Trade Center on 9/11. As you can see here, they say she was a passenger on American Airlines Flight 11. And she was married to Anthony Perkins of Psycho fame. And look, her children, Osgood Perkins and Elvis Perkins. Some rather interesting names, yes. And he is currently a film director. Now, if we look at her name in gematria with Perkins, we get our 162 in Sumerian again. Been finding that a lot lately. Our 611 number. Also 86 in Latin. And this big number here, that is both our 111 and our 110, both relating to 9/11. The 111 also relating to the Space Needle. Take away the hyphen, and we have our 88. And wouldn't you know that her first name in our Latin cipher, which is without question the hardest cipher to find matches in, her name equals 254, and the 254th day of the year is 9/11. Also 86 ordinal, like they 86'd the towers. And if you use Barry, which is what she normally went by, we get our 108. Also the 252nd prime number is 1601, our 611 numbers, or upside down 911. And isn't it interesting that her husband died on 9/12 and she died on 9/11? He, by the way, was born on 4/4, like 44, the kill number. Now, Cat People was released on April 2nd, 1982. And look what happens when we type in Berenson's name with her supposed flight on that infamous date. We get our 4/2 Cat People release date. Going from Cat People's release to 9/11, 7102 days. That's our 12-7, or buildings 1, 2, 7 numbers. 71 plus 2 is also 73, our EL number. 19 plus 5 plus 9 is your 33. And 233 plus 9 is 242, your 42, both forwards and backwards. Not only Elvis's death age, but also the Cat People release date. 71 times 2, by the way, is 142. And remember that the 142nd day of the year is 5/22, Memphis's founding date. The gift, air date, all about that tower sacrifice. And in the same year, Cat People was released 162 days before 9/11. 162/6/11. Also, the 59th day of the year is 228. Remember who died on the 228th day of the year. Go back around 6 months, 22 days, which is a backwards 226, Michelle Trachtenberg death date. This is Elvis Perkins, born February 9th, 1976. From his birth to 6/11 next year, 18,386 days. 8 plus 1 is 9. 3 plus 8 plus 6 is 17. A backwards 7/19. Trump's reverse birth date is 7/19. We have our backwards 4 or 5 here. Also 50 plus 4 plus 3 is 57. Again, Michelle Trachtenberg died on the 57th day of the year. And 604 plus 3 is 67, your Elvis number, going from Elvis's birth date, Elvis Perkins. Twin 26 is over here in the weeks, plus a 4. Now to get back to Val Lewton, who produced the original Cat People. He was born on May 7th, 5/7. Remember, like I said, Michelle Trachtenberg died on the 57th day of the year. But also, don't forget Val Kilmer died this year on April Fool's Day. And the only other person that I know of that is a guy named Val, other than Kilmer, is Val Lewton. Also, before I go forward, not only does Lewton's birth date connect to Trachtenberg by the numbers, but so does his death date, because he died on Pi Day 3/14, and that connects to Trachtenberg. And how funny that Kristen Cloak, an actress who is in Final Destination, is currently 57 years old, because in Final Destination she plays Valerie Luton, or Val Luton for short, and it's in homage to the producer Val Luton. And Kristen Cloke was born 911 weeks and 6 days after Val Luton's death. And she played Val Luton in Final Destination, the movie about a plane explosion. 9/11 forwards, 6/11 backwards. Also 63, 83 days, 6 plus 3 is 9, 8 plus 3 is 11, 9, 11. Also 63 plus 83 is 146. Say it like you do in the UK, it's 14/6, 6/14, Trump birth date. Also 6 times 3 is 18, 8 times 3 is 24. So you have both your 1/8 Elvis birth date, your backwards 42 Elvis death age. Down here you have your 17/5 or 5/17, the 137th day of the year, that big 137 number. And 17 plus 5 plus 20 is also 42. And if we go from Kristen Cloke, who played Val Luton's birth, to the death of Val Kilmer this year, 20,666 days, or 2 666s, twin 666s. Also, if we want to multiply 20 by 666, it equals 13,320. And 320 plus 13 is 333. Or half of 666. And going from the actual Val Luton's death to Val Kilmer's death is 27,047 days. 2 plus 7 is 9. 4 plus 7 is 11. 9, 11. Also check out the months. We have our 888 and our 18 together. Big deal. There's also some interesting birth dates with people involved in the Cat People remake. The star, Natasha Kinski, born January 24th, which is your backwards 421 Seattle Space Needle date. Annette O'Toole, born April 1st, which of course is the date that Kilmer died, and one day before Cat People was released on 4/2. Malcolm McDowell, 6/13. John Hurd, who was in the Home Alone movies, you know how coded, especially Home Alone 2 is, born on 3/7/46, died July 21st, you're backwards 12/7 in 2017, which is your 127 numbers as well. And directed by Paul Schrader, who was born July 22nd, which is right after the July 21st death date of Hurd. Val Luton, our backwards 9/11, our 47, and our backwards 4/21 Seattle Space Needle opening date. The character Valerie Luton, 161, upside down 9/11 or 6/11 numbers. 62nd day of the year is 3/3, EL number again. Kristen Cloke, who played Valerie Luton, the 142nd day of the year is 5/22, Memphis founding date, the gift air date, about the tower sacrifice. Just last name Cloke gives us our 88 in Latin. And look at what Elvis Perkins equals in standard, our 888. We also have our 165, Trump born on the 165th day of the year. And to finally end this, if you go from Anthony's death to the death of his wife, end date included, 3287 days. 32 plus 87 is 119. You're backwards 911. Also 108 months. You're 18. And remember, Final Destination all about Flight 180. But yeah, more to talk about on this topic soon. I'm just trying to do a few shorter videos to go along with my longer ones, because there's definitely more to this. But all glory to God, and thank you for watching.